This is our last section. I know we're coming down, close to time, but just a couple of slides here on digital strategies. This is, again, common across, to reference the webinar title, common across the most successful offerings right here. This is the piece that we know firsthand better than anything. StatWax, we are digital marketers. This is not to toot our own horn. This is pure data and studies of online students. They remember digital touch points more than traditional ones, period. They're looking for online offerings. They are already focusing on a level of technology and a level of digital learning. They're going to remember digital touch points as well. This is a 2019 study from the Learning House. It's a third-party think tank in higher ed. It looked at the most to least remembered marketing content among current online students. Search engines, email, and your website were the three most remembered, most impactful at helping an online prospect choose a school. Direct mail, radio, and billboards were the least. Everything else in there is in the middle, and you can see the order. I was surprised by some of it. We do YouTube. We do in-app advertising and podcast advertising. A lot of it works really well for traditional universities when you have to maintain brand awareness and top-of-mind awareness for months during that research journey. But remember, this is a 4-week maximum on average research journey start to finish that your prospects are making. So cultivating awareness through mailers and radio and hitting them 1,000 times over 6 months, not going to work. Being there right when they're searching, being very aggressive and immediate with email blasts, making sure that core information is available on your school website, that is what is going to resonate most. And if you're going to be on search and you're going to pay for it, know going in, you are not going to see the same cost that you might see right now for the same programs in an on-ground capacity. Search queries in higher ed involving the online modifier are growing extremely quickly, but they, as you can see, are 4 times the average cost. There are 3 times as many advertisers on each online-based query as on just a normal one. Business administration versus online business administration. We're talking jumps of $15 per click, but we're also talking higher engagement. If you can afford to be there, and remember, search engines, very great place to be seen and remembered, often in a short window of time. If you can be there and you set yourself up right with the right exact match, the long tail keywords, very program specific, call out the right value propositions, you could see a lot better success because that's an area of search that is growing. We talked about the elephant in the room. This is just during this COVID-19 pandemic. This is just Google Trends for online education, distance learning, and online learning. Online education growth after March, but not nearly as much as distance learning and online learning. If you're looking to build out a keyword list on some existing paid search, look to some of these terms right here. Google Trends can definitely be your friend. They have a COVID-19 resource center with a lot of these trends. These are the ways people are searching that they used to not search before. COVID has shined a light on it. If you're going to do digital, specifically paid search or even SEO content, look to the way that folks are seeking out this type of education. This is analysis that StatWax did on our own paid search campaigns across numerous schools. Since February, moving on to just last week, search queries involving online and then search queries involving near me or other localized ones. You can see the spike. The lesser line, what's the word I'm looking for? Not blurry, but the less vibrant line, let's go with that, is your trend line. But look at the darker blue. Look at that spike after the first week of March. People seeking out higher ed with online as part of their search has taken off in ways we have not seen before. So this data is probably going to change dramatically since it's from last quarter by the time Google's new report comes out toward the end of this month. You need to build out your paid search terms and build out your marketing content to speak to that online aspect, to target it specifically in long tail terms. Try and mitigate your costs. You don't want to have a phrase match keyword for business administration and hope to pick up all of these online queries. You're going to pay an arm and a leg to do that. You need to get more specific with your targeted keyword list. This is just some final bit of information from Google. If you have specific programs as of Q4 2019, so non-COVID, about 3% of any program-specific searches contain the online modifier. My guess is that's probably doubled. If we just look at the trend line now, at least doubled. But as of ending 2019, anytime someone searched for a specific program, about 3% of the time they were looking for it online specifically. We anticipate that to grow. This is just if you're interested in a specific program. You can look at that when I send the deck later because I know we're right on time here. Takeaways from this. Get specific with your targeted keywords. Loop that online modifier in. Call out online or virtual in your ad messaging. Play into that localization. Skew your budget within 150 miles. Target other school brand names. Look for students looking to transfer, especially now if they're not sure when they can go back to campus or if they want to. Target, do some competitor conquesting with a little bit of your budget and look for X school transfer credits, things like that. Use your messaging to talk up the transfer credit opportunity, knowing that nearly a third of online students, that's a big thing that they want answered. Lean on custom audience lists, target past stopouts, target transfer students. If you can get those lists, things of that nature are a gold mine if you can get them. And then utilize remarketing. But remember, this is a decision happening extremely quickly as compared to what you might be used to in your traditional marketing efforts. Be a lot more aggressive with your emails, a lot more aggressive with your remarketing. Shorten your look back window and loosen your frequency capping so that you can be top of mind immediately and help push a prospect through that decision very quickly.